Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the New Balance 9060 in the Workwear colorway. A lot of you have been asking me to review the 9060 silhouette for a while, and I finally managed to pick up my personal favorite GR colorway of the model during Black Friday for a discounted price. The 9060 is a new silhouette introduced this year from New Balance. It takes inspirations from the 99X series as well as Y2K tech aesthetics. It also takes specific inspirations from the 991 and 860. It is a very chunky and interesting model to say the least. As usual, I'll be doing a full overview of the shoe as well as an on-feet look, as well as my thoughts and opinions on sizing, comfort, quality, and overall design of the shoe. Starting with the box, the 9060 in the Workwear colorway comes in the standard gray New Balance lifestyle box with New Balance branding around the box. Starting with the toe box of the shoe, you get multiple panels of Workwear tan suede, and you also get some panels of chocolate brown nubuck surrounding the toe box. There are also multiple panels of cream white mesh. And at the very top of the toe box, you get a panel of 3M reflective material with an embroidered end logo in chocolate brown. Moving towards the side of the shoe, you get more panels of that Workwear tan suede, more panels of that off-white mesh, and in the very middle, you get a small panel of 3M reflective material, and then you also get the beginning of chocolate brown suede that continues to the back of the shoe. In the very middle of the shoe, you get the New Balance end logo in a 3M reflective material with a chocolate brown border and a white border. And on the medial side of the shoe, you get the end logo, but instead it's in an interesting embroidered pattern. The lace eyelets of the shoe are made out of the Workwear tan suede, the 3M reflective material, and the chocolate brown suede, and the very top lace eyelets are made out of a silver TPU plastic. Moving towards the ankle area of the shoe, you get more panels of that cream white mesh, more panels of that Workwear tan suede, and more panels of 3M reflective material at the bottom. Moving towards the very back of the shoe, at the top, you get a big panel of silver 3M reflective material with the New Balance NB logo embroidered on in chocolate brown. You get a continuation of that chocolate brown suede, another panel of the Workwear tan suede, and at the very bottom of the shoe, you get this very thick and chunky clear resin heel clip. It's very big and surrounds the back heel area of the shoe. Excluding the end logo, the medial side of the shoe is the same as the lateral side of the shoe in terms of color and materials. The shoes come with a set of cream white laces as well as a set of Workwear tan laces. I like the contrast the cream white laces add to the shoe. The laces weave on top of a cream white mesh tongue, and the top of the tongue consists of a small panel of chocolate brown nubuck, and the very top of the tongue consists of a big panel of Workwear tan suede, and in the very middle of the tongue you get a small little jewel in this kind of like eraser pink color with NB and 9060 branding in brown. The back of the tongue and the ankle area of the shoe are lined in a white textile material. The insoles of the shoes consist of a cream white textile upper as well as New Balance running branding printed on in brown. But what's interesting is that the insoles aren't a standard foam insole. They're actually made out of what appears to be recycled and ground up foam and or rubber. It's definitely not as soft as standard foam insoles, so I thought that was interesting when I pulled out the insole for the first time. Moving on towards the midsole of the shoe, so the 9060 consists of a dual density foam midsole. The foam right here, kind of like the inner foam, is one set of foam, and then the outside foam, which makes the shoe chunky, basically the outer layer of foam is another layer, so you get two layers of foam. The 9060 consists of Absorb, SBS, and NCAP technologies. It's designed to give the user a combination of softness and firmness. In terms of the actual midsole and outsole, as you can see, it's very chunky and it mostly consists of off-white foams. And lastly, moving on towards the outsole of the shoe, you get the standard 9060 outsole inspired by the 860. You get a combination of chocolate brown and Workwear tan rubbers as well as exposed cream white foam with New Balance branding in the middle. So now that the overview of the shoes out of the way, I'll lace these up and I'll show you how they look on feet. As for sizing, the 9060 fits true to size. I'm a true size 9.5, so I got these in a size 9.5 and they fit me well. But as I always say, if you have the chance to try these on or another pair of 9060s on before you buy them, I definitely recommend you do that since everyone's feet are different. For my 3-factor comfort rating for the 9060, I give it a 3 out of 10 for softness, an 8 out of 10 for firmness, and a 3 out of 10 for midsole shape and support. As you can probably tell from those scores, the 9060 in my opinion is not a comfortable shoe. I have a lot to say about it, and it mostly comes down to the midsole shape. The midsole shape is very chunky. Despite it being dual density, it is really firm on your feet. There is very little softness to balance the firmness of the midsole. It's also very lacking in arch support, which I thought was interesting. I thought a big chunky shoe, I thought the midsole would have added, you know, some arch support, but it's very lacking in arch support, similar to the Rainier. The shoe overall is relatively stiff on your feet, and the midsole shape, I thought the Salehi Bembury Yurts were the chunkiest shoes I've ever owned, but these definitely take the crown now. I mean, just look at it. Look at the outsole, look at the footprint. It's a lot bigger than the actual inner of the shoe, and what's really interesting is the back of the shoe, the chunkiness in, I don't know, the back heel area. Because of how exaggerated and chunky these are, when I was walking down the stairs, the back heel area of the shoe, of the midsole and outsole, would actually hit on the previous step as I walked down. Obviously, I didn't like trip or anything. It wasn't like anything dangerous. These are the only shoes that I've ever really had that problem, so that's a little bit of a con to the 9060. All that being said, the 9060 is just a lifestyle shoe, mostly meant to be for fashion. It definitely gives me high fashion vibes with how chunky it is. As for quality, this is a made in Vietnam shoe, but despite that, it is still a very high quality shoe. I think the suedes felt excellent. I feel like the suede quality is on par with some made models, which is excellent. The chocolate brown nubucks also felt great as well. The meshes and reflective materials also felt great in hand, and I had no craftsmanship issues. I definitely have mixed feelings of the 9060. I think the aesthetics of the shoes are okay. I really do like this colorway. I still really like this colorway. I think it's the best GR 9060 so far, but in terms of comfort and the overall chunkiness of the shoe, it's not really for me. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Thank you to all my Patreon backers. Check out the Intelligent site for more New Balance content and guides, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.